I just think of that one girl, how she's all like, that she's pregnant with Todoroki's baby.
I don't ever want to...
And she's like, why won't you listen to me? And she's like fucking crashing out.
Like, he's real, listen to me.
Like, supposedly it's very possible, if you really put your mind to it, you can actually start developing pregnancy symptoms.
Symptoms, but not the pregnancy.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Yeah. Obviously, this fictional character didn't impregnate me. Yeah.
Wow.
Such a shame.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, you're gonna kick this one off.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes. Welcome to Caffeinated Creeps. It's your host, Denise, and...
Oh, my turn. Mr. Butternuts. Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
It's
been like 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
I did tell you that April would be a busy month, and it has been a busy month.
It's fine.
So like next week we might have to record Saturday again. Let me double check it real quick.
That's no biggie.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, no problemo.
Yeah. But I did tell you that it would be a crazy month.
Mm-hmm.
Even at work, it's been pretty crazy. Oh my god, I can't even say it. I can't say what I've seen. I can't say what I've done.
Okay.
But it's been crazy. I was right next to the Queen Mary, though. That's what I can say.
Ayy.
And I was...
No creepy stuff?
No, because of how far it was from the Queen Mary.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's so close, though.
Yeah.
But that's so far, too.
I was just like...
I went to the medical area of the Queen Mary when I went with my ex on his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And, like...
The medical area, huh?
Yeah, they have, like, a whole... Like, exactly where you took the picture from, like, that front of the ship.
Yeah.
You go in, and then you go down. Well, that's not the front of the ship. That's actually the back of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then you, like, turn right. And then just, like, where they used to do, like, the surgeries. They don't have that surgery bed there, but that's exactly where they would do, like, the surgeries. And then you get to see, like, the bunks and everything, too. You can actually, like, lay in the bunks, too. People, like, graffiti stuff, which sucks.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's free to look at, too. But yeah, nothing interesting happened to you these past 2 weeks?
I went to the Grand Prix over in Long Beach.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was fun and really loud.
I bet.
Yeah. As cool as it was, I couldn't help myself also falling asleep just a little bit.
I feel that.
But it was also pretty cool because me and my friend, like her dad's uncle was there for like a separate thing. Like his company is part of a union, and like they got it. They have like this special little VIP area for them, right? Mm-hmm. And so our tickets were pretty good, but he was like, "Hey, 2 people didn't show up for the VIP entrance. Like, do you guys want to come in?" And we're like, "Fuck it, yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
So we got into like this VIP area. Like they were fucking cooking us food, serving us drinks. We had like a really up close and personal look at the cars like driving by.
That's sick.
It was really cool. We didn't have to pay nothing for it.
That's insane.
They were cooking ribs. It was so goddamn good. I ate like 2 hot dogs too. I got weird looks, but you?
Well, I've been getting cyber stalked. My account is now private. He's probably listening to the podcast because he listens to the podcast. I don't know if he will. I don't know if he forgot about me yet. But probably not because, I don't know.
Hopefully.
But, dude, that shit's fucking... It's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
Just weird. Yeah, dating's rough. Yeah, and we haven't even gone on a date. We were just in the talking stages, bro. That's insane. But yeah, that's been not fun.
Yeah.
But besides that, I've been okay.
And you finished Freerin. Oh.
Yes, I finished Freerin.
Yeah.
It's good.
Right?
It's really, really good. I named one of my Baldur's Gate OCs Ubel.
Oh, God. She's
not my favorite. She's cute. She's hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then at first, like, like, as I kept watching, I was like, okay, I get, like, Freerin and everything, but I was like, I don't think she's, like, wifey material. And then I finished the show, and I was like, wait, she's wifey. I'm low-key obsessed with her now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I see.
And, like, the voice actress for it,
yes!
like, it's just
oh
perfect.
My God. I like that they gave her that instead of, like, the cutesy-wootsy voice, like how they have it for the sub.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, she is over 1,000 years old. She is a woman, even though, like, she looks, like, young, you know? So, I love her.
Plus, she's just, like... I think her also being just super lazy and just nonchalant about a lot of shit.
She's like an old... Yeah, she's an old lady. She's an old lady. Yeah. She just wants to read books. That's honestly, like, I don't fucking blame her at all in the slightest. She just pisses me off. Sometimes because of the whole Himmel situation.
The what?
Himmel.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then I realized that the English voice actor for Himmel was also Bakugo.
What?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Ew.
The English... Oh my God.
I'm only saying ew because, like, that's such a 180 of, like, a character to be playing.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. I couldn't, like... His voice sounded familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And then I saw an interview of Bakugo's dub voice actor, and everything. He's like, oh, you might know me as Katsuki Bakugo, whatever. He's doing the lines. He's like, and you also might know me as Himmel from Free. And I was like, what the fuck?
It's such a gentle voice. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yes. Yeah, it's insane. Oh, shoot, my comic was opened. Hold up, let me look for my notes.
Oh, no, my smut was open.
Oh, no, it was a wholesome comic, believe it.
Oh.
You want to see some smut? I can pull it up for you right now, bro.
Oh, no, my...
Look at this. Look at this.
That is definitely smut. Oh, my God.
It's wonderful. God's greatest gift. Alright. So, this case, you might not know what it is, though it sounds familiar because it was pretty popular. I think I forgot what year this happened, which sucks because I just completely forgot to write it down. But so this case is gonna segue into something else, and you know what that something else is.
Do I?
But I'm not gonna tell you until later. Mom, please don't listen to this, but that lasagna was really mid. It just did not taste good at all whatsoever. It's because, like, since she still, like, follows, like, a little bit of the Jewish traditions, she is doing Passover right now, and during Passover, you're not allowed to eat anything with yeast, corn syrup, cornstarch, shit like that. Like, she can't eat bread, no tortillas, no, like, sugary drinks that have corn syrup, like, no Coke, you know, whatever. It's not like she drinks Coke anyways anymore because of the whole, what's it called? DEI stuff. But yeah, so she's literally she's just been, and, like, because of that, she can't use consomé de pollo when she cooks. Because that's just how, but it's only for a week, so she's fine. So she's not tripping. But she's been cooking with just, like, salt and pepper. And I'm like, girl, that's not enough. And then she's been eating more healthy, so she doesn't add as much salt as what she usually does. And I'm like...
No, I'm putting salt till my ankles are swole.
Oh my God. I do it for the flavor, honestly. Like, it was just too bad.
I do it for the love of the game.
Yeah. Alright, my story's pretty short, though.
Oh,
so
mine's too.
I'm gonna be covering this dude. We're gonna clown this guy so fucking bad. It's insane. All right, Grant Amato, or
I thought I was gonna have a funny name. Fuck. Okay.
He was a nurse, and he lived with his older brother Cody and his two parents. Right. So after attending Timber Creek High School, he attended nursing school, and he would later fell out of a nurse anesthesiologist school.
Okay, cool.
So he was arrested and fired in 2018 on suspicions of stealing drugs and improperly administering medication in Advent Health, Orlando, Florida.
So this is recent in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Without a job, Grant would spend most of his time at home on his family's computer playing online video games and surfing the web.
Ew.
He eventually came across a porn site and began paying to watch a webcam model named Sylvie.
Sylvie.
He would spend thousands on her and would even send tips in forms of flowers, clothes, and sex toys.
Can I just interject for like a second? Because I'm not gonna. You
want to see a picture of this motherfucker? Too?
Sure. Yes. Absolutely. Before we even continue, I'm not gonna cap. If I was a girl, I would 100% be doing the same shit. I think I'd be doing shows like that. Okay. He just got a big ass forehead, looking like Megamind over here.
Yeah. Yeah. So oh shit! Hold up, I scrolled too far down. So he would then resort to stealing money from his father and his brother, and it was roughly $200,000.
$200,000? Holy shit!
$200,000 on this girl. His family was beyond frustrated. Yes.
I gotta. Is she pretty?
Oh yeah, she's pretty. Hold up. I'll pull up a picture afterwards. Okay. Yeah. All right. And it's so funny too because throughout this whole situation that happened, his legal team like emailed her, and she like just like never responded.
Oh my god!
Like news sources have have emailed her, and she's just like she's never responded.
To be fair, like, so far, she just hasn't done anything wrong.
Well, yeah, no,
yeah,
that's not her fault.
No, it isn't.
Yeah. So basically his family was beyond livid, and they decided to ship him to South Florida Rehabilitation Clinic for people with sex and internet addictions. So the thing is that it was supposed to be a 4-month stay, and he ended up staying for only 2 weeks. He left, and he went back home in early January of 2019. So this happened in 2019, my bad.
Okay.
And he was given rules if he wanted to continue living there. So he needed to A, get a job, B, go to therapy, and C, stop communicating with Sylvie because he was like fucking obsessed with her, dude. And he did not follow the rules. So on January 24th, his father would find out that he was still communicating with her, and he was so pissed, and he told Grant to hit the road. And Grant told investigators that he never returned home because his dad said that if he ever did return home, his dad would kill him. So that was his excuse for not coming home. Or whatever. But anyways, the next morning, Grant's older brother, Cody, didn't show up for work, and he didn't answer his phone. His coworkers suspected that something was wrong as he has never missed a day of work in 5 years. So they called police, and they asked him to check out his home. And one of his coworkers would tell dispatch, quote, "I know that my friend's brother struggles with depression, and I believe he's suicidal as well. And he mentioned it to me, and I'm very worried." So when deputies finally arrived in the morning of January 25th, they found Cody, age 31, who had been shot below the eye, on the floor, still wearing his nursing scrubs with his work lunchbox a few feet away. They found Margaret. She was 61. She's the mom. They found her dead in her desk chair. And Chad, who was 59, dead in the kitchen with 2 bullet wounds in his head. They eventually tracked down Grant, who claimed his family was still alive when he last saw them. Police would arrest him for the murders a few days later, and prosecutors alleged that he killed them and then staged a scene to make it look like a murder-suicide was carried out. And, wait, what? And what's it called? And, like, I guess, like, they tried placing the gun close to his brother. This is where it gets confusing because I read this on A&E that they tried putting the gun close to, like, the brother to make it seem like he was the one to do it. But I watched part of the court stuff, like, actually when they were questioning, the witnesses and shit like that and what the detectives were thinking. And they were trying to make it look like, they thought that they were trying to make it look like the dad did it. Because Grant was blaming everything on his dad. And that his dad was so pissed. And that his dad was abusing his mom. And everything, like, the days following up to what was going on. Like, the weeks following up.
It could be that the website got that wrong. I feel like For sure.
But A&E also released a documentary too, so that's why I was like, you know what? Like, so that's what's confusing.
In my opinion, I feel like the gun would have been towards the father because the father was. I'm gonna not say like the catalyst for it all, but had more aggression towards, all of this.
And Chad the dad. He was also found wearing a gun holster on his right hip, but because of the way that the holster was facing, he'd have to draw the gun with his left hand.
Oh, cross draw.
But he's right-handed.
Yeah,
So it was he's right-handed. So it was placed on him. Yeah. So shell casings were also found at the crime scene, but they didn't belong to the gun that was shot. I mean, they didn't belong to the... Wait, was it? Hold up. Oh, yeah. They weren't from the bullets that killed the victims. There we go. So, and the murder weapon was never found. And during his trial in July of 2019, his defense attorney said that prosecutors failed to produce any real evidence connecting Grant with the murders, and that police had improperly processed the crime scene. They also said that they had zeroed in on Grant and never considered any suspects. So, what's crazy about this is that they never found any bloody clothes. They never found the murder weapon. What's it called? They couldn't... How do I say it? They couldn't rule out Grant at all. That, like, he definitively did it. But there's so much, like, circumstantial evidence. Yeah. The arguing, like, him being kicked out, like, him stealing the money, whatever. And supposedly, like, he didn't just steal money from his brother and his dad, but from other family members as well. And that the family members sent him to the rehab and that they were going to pay back the family members back. Mm-hmm. And they asked them not to go to police with it. So, I was even watching where they were interviewing him, like, in the police, department or whatever. And the cops, they were kind of playing, like, good cop, bad cop. And, like, I see the tactics and they were working and he was just, like, denying everything. Completely denying everything, that he didn't do it. And, like, the female cop, the girl cop, she was, like, trying to be, like, nice and everything. But then eventually, like, you can see that she's getting, like, frustrated. And then, like, they kind of, like, switched scenarios. And she was, like, being more, like, angry. Like, come on, like, you have to tell us. And then, like, they're showing him, like, the pictures of the crime scene and everything. And then he starts crying or whatever. But he's still, like... He never denied that he did it, though. But he never said that he...
He didn't do it.
Yeah. But... So, they eventually decided to bring in his other brother that didn't live with them. He was completely ruled out, though. He had, what's it called?
Alibi?
He had an alibi. He does not live anywhere near them. So he was completely, like, ruled out. He didn't do it, that's for sure. But during the court, like, I guess in Florida court, the jury can actually ask questions as well.
Really?
And the judge can read off the questions. And the jury was, like, they were convinced that Grant didn't do it, but that the brother was trying to frame it on Grant. So they were asking photos, like, for they were asking, like, questions for the officers and everything. Like, how can you prove that the other brother didn't do it and is trying to not put the blame, like, and is trying to put the blame on Grant? And then they're like, oh, we can, like, prove that he did not do it. And then another thing, too, is that his dad's credit card was found in Grant's room. If Grant was kicked out, they were basically saying, like, if Grant was kicked out, why would his father's credit card still be in his room? Why would his dad give him the credit card if he was kicking him out?
Because why would his dad even leave it there?
Because of his money habits. Yeah, why would he do that? Mm-hmm. So it, like, made zero sense. And, let me go back. Alright, they unanimously found him guilty of all first-degree murder of everybody. Mm-hmm. And he got life in prison instead of the death penalty. So now he's being held at the Tomoka Correctional Institution in Daytona Beach. And at the time that I was that article that I was reading, he was appealing his conviction, but there's more as of this year.
Ooh.
As of technically last year and this year.
They're gonna say like as of last week.
So, prison hasn't stopped Grant from being obsessed with women.
No fucking shit.
In fact, due to his docuseries that was released on Paramount Plus,
not sponsored.
supposedly women have begun sending him letters, and he's living the high life, bro. Sometimes he even has phone contact with these women, and I'm gonna give you the quote, like the transcript, because like in the phone call you can see him too, like it's like being recorded.
Yeah.
Like video recorded and voice recorded. You wanna know what he fucking says? I read it to Daisy, and she was like, she got grossed out.
I can't even get a text back, and this motherfucker can get calls from prison. This is some bullshit. This is some Alright, continue.
He said...
Take a minute.
Hi, my precious little kitty.
Stop.
I want so many more pictures and videos, and this is just amazing that I get to see you like this. Those beautiful little titties that I just want to suck and bite on.
Oh my god! And this is working too.
I'm pretty sure it's either boobs or titties. I don't know, because it was like beeped out.
Either one
but
fits.
I was like, that I want to suck and bite. I was like, it has to be boobs. It has to be tits, honestly. Anyways, in May of 2020, our boy, Aaron Goodwin from Ghost Adventures, got married to a woman named Victoria. They had met at a party and hit it off and eventually started dating.
Wait.
Dude, they even had their wedding at the Haunted Mansion. Alright, so I'm segueing away from this Grant motherfucker.
Okay.
And we're going to be talking about this bitch named Victoria. Alright?
Okay.
They got married at the Haunted Mansion, right? And things were getting a bit rocky, even though they hadn't been married long, and she was feeling lonely because Aaron is like always out because of his job or whatever. And in 2024, Victoria would watch a true crime documentary, and she stumbled upon Grant's case. She would soon contact him, and their pen pal relationship began to blossom to something greater, and Victoria would tell him all her marital problems. By this time, Grant had gotten a contraband phone, and they would start texting. Eventually, they would fall in love, and for reasons I do not understand, she did not want to divorce Aaron. Obviously, Aaron doesn't know what's going on, and Deadass thought that they were doing fine.
Poor Aaron.
He's posting about her all over Instagram. She's posting about him all over Instagram. Yeah.
Poor Aaron.
The more they text, and with Aaron in the picture, the more reason they had to hire a hitman to get Aaron. Grant is freaking excited about this and manages to contact somebody that he knew that was willing to do it, you know? And through text, she agrees to pay $11,515. Now, with the plan officially set in motion, Victoria continues acting like everything is okay, and she's posting pics of her and Aaron out and about. She's also expressing her nerves to Grant and even asks him if she's a bad person.
Yes.
Because she chose to end his existence and not divorce.
Divorce would be such an easier... I don't understand. You know what? Continue.
I don't understand either. Now the day arrives... Oh shit, wait, hold up. Now the day arrives and they're all in communication, and they needed to make sure that Aaron was out of state for the murder so that Victoria can have like an alibi. They live in Vegas.
Aaron and...
Yeah.
Okay.
Which makes sense because that's where the Zach Dagobites Museum is at. Aaron was in California at the time, and Victoria tells Grant the schedule, because he was like telephone, you know?
Yeah.
She's basically telling him like the schedule for the filming location, like the times, like everything. And she also shares a picture of him and his car, and she was able to give away the exact location because of the Find My app on iPhone. So Grant allegedly tells the hitman that he's asleep in the hotel room and to signal the hitman to move forward. Then Grant waits, and he's not sure if the job was done. So he asks for an update, but before an update can be given, correctional officers catch him and seize his phone. And this happened in October of 2024. So, now Victoria can't communicate with Grant, and she doesn't know what's going on. And she goes about her life like nothing ever happened. And for months, like, she continues posting Aaron on her Instagram, and she's just chilling. And eventually, like, the prison admin, they have his phone, and they never really looked into it until they're all like, oh yeah, like, we took this phone away, like, let's check real quick to see, like, what's going on. And when they see what is going on, they contact the police from where she lives, and they arrested her on March 6th of last month. Of this year, my bad, last month.
Yeah.
And she denies wanting Aaron killed, and she doesn't remember sending any of the messages.
Bullshit.
And she said that she was just, like, daydreaming of a different life. That's her excuse.
No.
Yeah.
Guilty.
She's being held on a $100,000 bail. And Aaron filed for divorce on March 12th.
That's simple.
And that's all. That's all I got, bro.
You know, I should have done something like that where I had a separate story. I just have the one, and it's incredibly short. When I tell you it's short, it'll take, like, less than 5 minutes.
Yeah. But, let me show you a picture of Sylvie.
Daydreaming of a different life. Bullshit.
Yep. And she was lonely, and, like, because of that, like, I could empathize with her just by a little bit, but still.
No, but
like,
you can communicate.
Why? Yeah, why? Communication, like, I don't know.
Just be like, hey, fucking Nick left the show, and, like, all that shit to be with his wife too. She could just be like, Aaron, like, I feel really lonely in the relationship. Can you take a step back? I'm sure he would have said yes, because he was full of love.
This is her without makeup on. Just cute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I got my information from A&E. Also Ray William Johnson.
What the fuck?
Ray William Johnson. I watched his video and I was like, you know what? I should cover this too.
Coming in clutch. I like that.
Yep. Bro, the way he takes selfies.
He paid.
There was also a video that I saw too where he was like video, like sending her a video. And then he's all like, I'm gonna go check the mail and everything. And he's like telling her like, can you please like message me back? Like I guess he wanted to like I guess he wanted her to like message him back, but to, like he was convinced that they kind of like had a relationship. He's like, I'm kind of, you know, like tired of like paying like to just message you.
It's a parasocial relationship.
Yep.
At that point.
That's for sure.
Thinking that the equivalent of spending money is the same as, well, being in a relationship. So my story, like I said, is short, but it's also something I'm gonna call. I might make this like a whole new category. I don't think I've ever heard anyone call it this before. I'm gonna call it extinct cryptids. Yeah. Because when doing this research for this, not only is there so little information about it, any quote unquote evidence that there originally was has been debunked, can be explained, and just overall, no one generally believes it anymore. Like, once I mention it to you, you're gonna be like, I haven't heard it in a minute, because no one talks about this cryptid. So to kick it off, I'm going to talk about Nicole's favorite thing in the world, vampires, but more specifically, a type localized in the Americas. Reports vary from some ranging to be two-legged humanoid lizard, bipedal figures with red eyes, to a four-legged creature with quills shooting out of its spine, or in some cases resembles a dog.
I'm gonna cry.
Said to be about 3 to 4 feet in height, or about 1.2 meters, I'm talking, of course, about the legendary mythical creature of the Chupacabra.
I'm excited. Shut the fuck up. Oh, it's my bad. Sorry, Chris.
Its Spanish words are broken down into chupra, to suck, cabra, goat.
That makes sense. Why did I never think of that?
The goat of sucking, yeah.
The sucking goat.
Yeah.
That's what they call me. I was gonna say that's what they call me.
That's what they call me in the legend. I'm the goat sucker, yeah. So yeah.
They call me Chupacabra the way I'm a goat sucker. Or I'm a goat for sucking. What
They call me the Chupacabra the way I be draining men. Wait.
Whoa.
No,
Pause.
No.
You love wieners. I love how I said pause and you're like, no.
I love dudes for the game, that's it. This is horrible.
I want to make so many dirty jokes now regarding the Chupacabra.
Oh, for the love of God, it's a short story. Spit them out.
Alright. I need to think though. I need you to continue.
Oh my God, alright.
You gotta let the gears turn in my head.
Okay, so like before I even continue with the story too, I'm not sure how much like you remember whatever you've heard about the Chupacabra.
I don't remember shit.
Perfect.
I just know what it's called and that I would be threatened with it if I didn't behave when I was younger.
Because I remember as a kid like looking at articles online, seeing like even stories like on like school newspapers when I was a kid. Because it was fascinating and it was something cool, right? Like, oh, like this rancher found the corpse of a Chupacabra. I'm like, dude, that's cool. And then I never hear anything else about it. So that's the one thing I spent like hours trying to look for something.
Mm-hmm.
Something, fucking Reddit. Like, too many articles to count. And it's all just the same shit spat out in a different format.
I finally fixed it. Call me Chupacabra because I'm fuck. I'm gonna go see myself out. Goodbye, Michael.
Oh my God. Call me LeBron the way I'm the goat of sucking. Oh, I'm so glad you didn't hear that when I just said.
I just said call me LeBron.
Oh fuck, you did hear it.
Oh, I said call me Chupacabra the way I'm a goat at sucking.
Oh my God.
Alright.
That was great. Alright, so this sort of starts in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Initial accounts go back into 1975 in a small town of Moca, M-O-C-A. Puerto Rico farmers noticed many of their livestock being killed and drained of their blood. At first, these farmers thought these killings were from a satanic cult that was kind of local. But it wasn't until 1995, the first encounters, where things got weird. In March of 1995, 8 sheep were found dead, drained of their blood, with 3 bite puncture wounds in their chest. A few months later, in August, more reports of animals being killed and drained of their blood were found in the town of Canovanas, horribly mispronounced. At least 150 animals and pets were killed in this town.
What?
Yep. These reports of these attacks range from Mexico, United States, Puerto Rico, the Caribbeans, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Panama, and Peru. So, the Americas, basically. Mm-hmm. In Central and South America, the common look for the sightings are more like the dogs. You remember the dog from Coco, right? Exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
That one has like this weird skin condition called mangy,
Mm-hmm.
which is a skin disease caused by a parasitic mite. This look started to show up around the 2000s around the Yucatan Peninsula. northern Mexico and the southern United States, like Texas. For some reason, there's a lot of accounts in Texas I kept finding in the research, but this is kind of all ass, like it led nowhere. Some people and farmers believe these attacks are just animals in... Let me start that over. Some people and farmers believe that these attacks are from animals that were just in an extreme circumstance of their hunting skills. Because at that time, around like the 70s? Around that time, there were extreme droughts, which caused local wildlife to dwindle, leading to wild animals like dogs and coyotes to just take drastic measures in their hunting. Attacking local farms and such. Now, as much as I would love to believe in this cryptic, some evidence suggests that the reason why the depiction of the Chupacabra is like almost lizard-like is because when the initial story first broke out, people were comparing the cryptic to the creature from the 1995 film Species.
What the fuck?
Which has striking similarities to it.
Oh my god.
Yes. So that's the end of those notes. Now, the reason why I called it cryptic, well, not cryptic. Wow, that was horrible. Extinct cryptic is because every single thing I've read was just like disproving everything. Like immediately. I had no idea that no one really believes in this thing anymore. It's gone, basically, from history. Every single article that I've read that said that they claimed to find the body was just one of those dogs that has that condition, and it's a lot of them that just have that look.
Like ball-sack cats.
Yes. As for why people think it was a lizard, I don't know. I think they really just were thinking about that fucking movie Species.
It's lizard people.
No fucking.
Let me put my tinfoil hat on real quick. I'm just kidding.
Let me put my I Love Wieners hat on real quick.
Call me Chupacabra. The way I'm a goat at sucking.
But yeah,
that's gonna be my new bio.
I think I'm gonna try to look more for like extinct cryptids too. Just ones that no one believes in anymore. Yeah.
I genuinely thought you were going to like cover like vampires and shit like that. And I was like, oh, that's sick and everything. And I was low-key gonna start crying because that's something that I wanted to cover.
See, now that's something that you can cover. If you don't cover it, I will cover it. Because that could count as an extinct cryptid. No one really talks about seeing vampires anymore.
Technically, there are modern-day vampires. There's a cult that's in New Orleans. And I'm assuming it's kind of like a segue between like wanting to be vampires. Like, it's really tiny. I don't even know the name of it because I just heard it like how do I say it, like in forums that I've read.
Yeah.
And that there's a lot of sexual abuse, obviously, like all cults have. And like these people are genuinely like obsessed with like tasting blood. And that they will like get a cut and like they would suck like their blood from like other people. So I mean, I guess you can technically call them like modern day vampires, I'm assuming. But they're just people that are in a cult.
I would say hipsters.
They dress very like goth and like alt and everything, which gives us a bad name, honestly. But
right, but in the terms of, I'm calling it like the mythical one, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no one goes around saying, I fucking saw one last week. Fucking down at the Walmart. Like, holy shit. Like, you don't hear specific... Like, I don't hear anyone talking about Yeti. I don't hear anyone talking about fucking...
How do you think the Chupacabra sucks out the blood? Like, are, like, its teeth straws? Or is it, like, sucking it out?
I think it bites it first, then sucks it out.
Like a Capri Sun?
Yeah, like a Capri Sun. It respects the pouch. It leaves the whole body, but it just sucks out everything. And then, I forgot to get his name. There was some guy he spent 5 years of his life researching that Chupacabra 2. Found nothing. He absolutely found nothing, which is heartbreaking, because as I was reading this, I'm like, man!
I, like you're rooting for the guy.
Yeah, like, find something. He's like, he was like, I talked to the people who conducted the autopsies of the bodies that claimed were Chupacabra. I was like, no, they're just dogs, they're coyotes. Like, they just
That's
weren't
insane.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like not only an extinct cryptid, but a solved mystery right there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel confident enough to say.
That's insane. That's really cool, honestly. Which is crazy. Like, I never even knew what the Chupacabra looked like. I thought it was gonna be like hairy, like Bigfoot.
Yeah. So let me show you a couple pictures of it first, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you the one that was initially shown. Believe it or not, the way it also got its name was from a Puerto Rican comedian who called it Chupacabra. So this is the one that was originally described. The alien one, look, the lizard one.
Yeah, and I know exactly what film you're talking about too.
And then it's like what others really see. Like this is like the main one that everyone thinks about when they see one.
But imagine like how many fucking dogs are probably like hunted and killed because they think it's the Chupacabra.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Mm-hmm.
They look like fucking hyenas.
Yeah. Which is why I'm telling you, like, there was I guess there was just a huge drought in terms of like food. Like scarcity of food just caused these animals to go fucking ballistic and just hunt down farms. And as to what the fuck happened to the 150 animals that died like a couple months later,
with blood drained.
Yeah. There is a mystery there to be solved.
Yeah.
I don't know 100%. But to say that definitively...
Because that's what they talk about when it comes to... What is it, like Wendigos? Or... That they... It's either Wendigos or the...
Skinwalkers?
Skinwalkers?
Yeah. Have we...
We've never...
We've covered Skinwalker.
No, we have not.
Yes, we have.
No, we have not. Because I feel like, I think I've said that I've wanted to cover Skinwalker, but the thing is that there's so much fucking information. So much because they do a lot of shit in California. Skinwalker Ranch, which is also in Colorado, I think, or in California as well. One of those two. But also the Appalachian Mountains. It's just so much, because I feel like you cannot cover Skinwalker without covering Skinwalker Ranch.
See, now...
And that's what I was looking into, but I was like, it's just so much fucking information.
See, now, in terms of cryptid, between this and Wendigos and Skinwalkers, the amount of information, fucking day and night.
Yeah.
There's not only so much, but it's still coming. Like, there are still people who live in those mountains who are terrified of the woods.
Yeah.
Because they know... Or they feel 100% that there's something out there, for sure.
There's rules and everything. Like, when you go into the mountains and everything, like, don't say your name.
Yep.
Because they can copy your name and everything.
If you hear a scream, you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? If you see something, no, you did not.
Mm-hmm.
Walk away.
Yep.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I believe, especially, like, Native Americans. Because they fucking know.
They were here.
They fucking know. And I don't blame them at all and everything, whether they're, like, I don't know. And then, like, it's just crazy. And I feel like it's just too big. Like, that's why I've also been wanting to cover the Knights Templar. It's too fucking big. So I need time.
You could make it, like, a two-parter.
Yeah, and that's, you know, like, what I would want to do. But because, like, I cover it like this and everything, it's hard to, like, balance both and everything. Well, you know what? I'll give you which one do you want me to cover first? Or do you want to cover Skinwalker Ranch and I'll give you that opportunity?
I will let you have the chef's choice. You decide which one you want, and which one you pick, I will pick the other one.
Fuck, because I want to do both. But we'll flip a coin.
No. If you want to do both, you can absolutely do both. There's so many cryptids out there.
Now I feel like an asshole.
No, it's fine.
Which one do you want to do?
I'll tell you what. There's a true crime story I want to cover that is incredibly long. Might take 2 to 3 parts. So in those parts, you can do those.
Okay.
It can fill up a lot of time.
Alright. So the only issue though is that Knights Templar, it's like a cult. In a way, because they segue into the Freemasons. So and I'm debating, would that count as like true crime, would that just fucking count as history? Because I mean, it would count as conspiracies as well.
Well, true crime doesn't have to involve murder. Remember, we've covered like
that's true.
We've covered missing persons case.
I think it would fall more a line of like conspiracy.
Yeah, I think
which counts as long as
it still counts.
It's
not. We haven't really set like a basis.
Because like
as to what defines a true crime.
No, but look at like conspiracy and everything. Like, would it count? Would it go along the lines of like true crime, or would it go along the lines as like when we cover like the cryptids? Because that's why I feel like it goes along more with like cryptids, aliens, and everything. No. With the conspiracy
with conspiracies, that deals with more human sides of things.
Depending
on what it is.
Depending on what it is. If it involves people.
See, like, if I say the conspiracy of the Men in Black, I feel like that's kind of... I feel like that's more supernatural to me. Because that deals with, like, aliens and shit.
No, because mine, it has to do with... I feel like it has to do with, like, some supernatural stuff as well.
I guess it's just whatever you feel more strongly, like, what it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I'll let you know if I, like... Once I have a definitive whether it'll go along the lines of true crime or...
You will tell me.
Like, paranormal or whatever, I'll tell you.
Like I said, we really haven't set a basis for anything. I know.
We just do whatever we like, honestly.
Yes. That's kind of nice.
But we, like, for example, like, we just like to separate it because, like, a ghost story here and everything, but I feel like one ghost story is better than two. Mm-hmm. You know, like, it just makes it different. We switch it up.
Yeah. But at the same time, we also go for... aliens, and then we'll do...
Oh, I love covering aliens. I'm Okaroon. I've been wanting to get more into, like, the aliens thing. I'm low-key debating of trying to become a ufologist, getting certified.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool.
Because remember that website you were talking about?
Yes,
and
I
did. I'm kind of thinking about becoming a member and
that
getting
was
the book.
A Men in Black episode, right, that I did?
I think so, yes.
No. It was an alien incident that spilled into the Men in Black. Yes, okay. Because I remember when I was debating for what story I should cover today, I was like, do I do Men in Black? And then I was looking back at all my notes, and I was looking back at the episodes. I'm like, I think I've covered Men in Black before.
I need to research any, like, conventions near us that are related to, like, aliens or whatever, or, like, I guess, like, conspiracies or whatever, so we can definitely go. I feel like we have to go. We have to get more into the culture. Because I know that there is an alien convention, like people that genuinely believe in like aliens and like UFOs and shit like that. Like I want to go.
You know what we can do? It has something to do with aliens, but we can go get alien jerky.
Alien jerky.
Jerky, yes.
I have an alien beer.
When you drive from California to Nevada to go to Las Vegas, you will see signs, billboards that say alien jerky, exit off of this street. Mm-hmm. It's a huge attraction. If you've even watched the movie Paul.
My grandma, she got me pistachios. Okay, so look, she got my ex tequila flavored pistachios, and she's like, give it to you when we were dating at the time. She's like, give it to him. And I was like, okay, cool, but like since my ex and I, since we lived an hour and a half away from each other, I never had the chance to give him the fucking pistachios, so now I have them. And I was all like, maybe I should eat it. But she also gave me a soda so that I can try out. But I was like, I already know it's going to be one of those shitty tasting sodas, so I just have the bottle. Like, I have it as decoration. I haven't drank it. I don't think I'm going to drink it. Next week, I'll bring the pistachios and we can eat them.
Bet. Right, but as I was saying that, there's a lot, I mean, because, Nevada is the whole Area 51 shit, so because of that, there's a lot of alien shit over there. And I think if we were to ever go that way, we might as well take a stop, buy some alien jerky, quote unquote. Mm-hmm.
I also have some sound system equipment now.
Okay, what kind?
I mean, it's not the best, but I feel like it'll still be good. It's because, like, you can put this off the record or whatever.
Now we're back in. Uh-huh. I do want to try recording something else for the podcast. Branch out a little bit. I think we talked about it last episode about, like, recording on TikTok and making, like, like, game content, stuff like that. I'm going to try to do that. I think I'll try that tonight. See what I can do with it. Just, like, a little plaything. try it out, upload it, see how it works out, and then I'm just gonna delete it.
Okay.
Just test it out until we're both able to be on there.
Mhm. Cause like if that happens, I'm gonna have to be at home recording anyways when we play. The only issue is that my Wi-Fi has been so ass lately.
That's also my other issue too. That's why I haven't even been streaming at all.
I don't even know. I don't even know like what's wrong with it though. Like I don't know, cause my internet was perfectly fine. Like it wasn't the best, but I mean it's doable. I never had any issues when I was playing. Like even with my friends, how my friend lives in South Africa, one of my online friends, and like I'm playing like on her server, or like what's it called? Like my friend's boyfriend, he wants to be like party leader, and he lives all the way in like Switzerland, and like my Wi-Fi and like my ping isn't really bad. Like there'll be like a few times where like I might lag, but like not to the point that I'm lagging now. But it's been happening ever since the new update. So I don't know if something happened with the new update.
I have no idea. I haven't played in a minute.
Yeah.
I'll probably try when I get it. Like when you leave, I'll try it out.
Because it's been lagging so bad, and then like one of my new friends were all like, "Oh, it's because you're connected to Wi-Fi and not like Ethernet," and I was just like, "Okay, but like it wasn't that bad, and literally until the update." I changed the whatever the thingy because it said like Direct 12 or like Direct 11. I don't know what the fuck that is called, but it recommended me something, so I changed it for the update because it asked me to change it. But I feel like I might change it back to what it was before. So I don't know. Maybe it could be that.
All I know is that I need to buy. I think I've always talked about. I've been shit talking it, but like getting my own Wi-Fi, just and the one that's in the living room right now. Just keep that one there for them. Have one for me here.
Oh, dude.
'Cause you've seen it firsthand when we play. Do you know how bad it is when like I see you rushing for a fight? I'm like, all right, I'm right behind you, and I'm just like, my character stops.
Oh yeah,
stops in
that's
place.
Exactly what.
And I'm moving. I'm trying to move so bad, and I'm talking to you. You can't hear me. And I'm like I give up.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's like another reason. Like that's another reason why like Fortnite isn't as fun anymore. Like, even if I'm just playing some bullshit like Murder Mystery...
It's taking a lot of like internet.
Yeah, and then I finally learned how to put how you can see your ping while you're playing the game. And, like, I see my ping skyrocket from, like, 60 to, like, 400, 500. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Maybe it is just the game, because I feel like some other games, it does. Like, I'll be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And every now and then I'll kind of lag, but it's not severe.
Yeah, and then, like, I'm playing Phasmophobia... And everything.
Yeah, every
like,
time we played that, it's smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. Like, I'm not having any issues.
I'll be playing Minecraft with my cousins, and it's...
There's an update, by the way, in Phasmo. Because they're doing an Easter... They're doing an Easter special.
Updated it, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it looks sick as soon as you open up the game.
Because I had to update Baldur's Gate. Because I was going to get back... I updated the PC one. And I was going to get back on that, and I told Nicole, what mods do I need to install? She sends me this fucking sheet.
It's 40.
I was like, holy shit.
And like the majority of them are just for fucking cosmetics. And I'm like, why do we need this?
See, but the thing is that I think the recent update 8, I think that allows players to play on different like mod sets. I'm gonna have to read it before I start one mod update one mod install. But I'm pretty sure the point of it is like, if you have different hair sets and styles, it won't affect my gameplay, and like whatever I have won't affect yours.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's also cool to have it all at the same time. So like we all get to see what the fuck you have and what we're all looking at. But that's so much.
Yeah.
And it's not even for her. It's for like Mars and I think another one of her friends. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy work.
But yeah, and I feel like my favorite part of the mod as well, it's not even the cosmetics or any of like the new subclasses that you get, because I have like a Celestial Born, like she has wings, she can fly and shit like that.
I have not played it.
She's an angel. She's an angel of death, and she's a paladin. She's under oath and everything. Dude, the first thing I fucking did when I played the game is I broke my oath.
My God.
Yeah. So I went back. No, but anyways, like, my favorite part of the mod is just the dice. You get to change how the dice looks. Dude, they look so cool.
That's one thing I'm gonna change too. I've got used to that bright ass blue dice they have.
Yeah, but it's boring.
Yeah.
The one that I have looks like all bloody and like deformed, and then I also have another one that looks like a pretty little diamond crystal.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I found my actual dice when I was cleaning my room, which is cool because I'm in a D&D server, and they're very like beginner friendly, and like they'll host like one shots. They're like, oh, I'm doing a one shot right here. I'm DMing. If anybody wants to join, this is what it's about. Blah blah blah. Blah. And everything, all you gotta do is A, B, C, and D, beginner friendly. If you want to join, you can join.
We still need to do our...
I know.
Our thing.
I know. Anyways, how's Dungeons and Daddies?
I am in the halfway into the fourth episode.
It's not a BDSM podcast.
It is not a BDSM, well, although it sort of feels like it every now and then.
One episode does get very in BDSM though.
Yes. It is fun. I will admit. I listened to it on the drive back home after work because I know it's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, 1 hour music, 1 hour podcast, and it is good. So some of it definitely keeps me awake. Yeah,
I just started season 2. I think I'm on episode 3 or 4. And I finally met the person Nicole's obsessed with, Hermie the Unworthy. Bro's fucking weirdo. I feel like he reminds me of that one glasses and redhead kid from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Frigley?
No, Riley's the best friend.
I think it's
it's Fugly.
No, that is not his name. But whatever. You know, he kind of reminds me of that, low-key. And I'm like, okay, like, is he, like, secretly hot or, like, what's the deal? You know what I mean? Like, is he pretending to act like a total weirdo?
Or is he just a freak?
Yeah.
Just a little freak.
But honestly, like, it's very different. I'm not going to tell you what season 2 is about because I want you to listen to it.
Well, like, I would imagine it's a whole new story.
Yeah, it's a whole new story, but it does involve the events of what happens at the end of the last season. Okay. So, shit happens at the end or whatever.
I was going to say, when I was listening to it, well, we're already on episode 4, and we already found 2 of the kids. So I'm like, holy shit, this thing's like picking up fast. I'm going to finish this thing, no problem. It's like 69 episodes of the first season. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, and then like a few of those episodes, like one of the daddies is like not even nowhere close to where the other daddies are at.
Oh, so they separate?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And there's like a few episodes where they actually recorded like separately. Because the 3 daddies are like together and they can't know what that other daddy is doing, and then that daddy is by himself. And I think he can know what the other daddies are doing because it's like no big deal. But the other ones can't know what this one's doing. It's really cool. They even have guests come on the show too.
One of the things, I think you were definitely in the car. I was amazed how, I don't know how these podcasters do it. How they get sponsorships fucking immediately on the first episode. Well, but it's probably because they already have like an established thing somewhere else.
Yeah, it's because the thing is that they already like they have their own company, which is Rocket.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Actually,
yeah, so they already have their own like establishment. They have already made like friends in these communities that are like niche and everything. Like they have people like helping promote, you know, like their stuff or whatever. So I feel like I feel like you're doing your stuff, but I feel like I should probably do some stuff too. I'm trying probably get more popular and then promote the podcast.
I'm trying so hard to like branch out. Right now, my thing is trying to meet people and reach out to brands. It is tough. Yeah, it's really tough right now. I kind of like one new listener off of TikTok. So that was cool. He says he did enjoy the podcast so far. He'll keep me updated if he has anything he doesn't like. Yeah.
One of my newer friends, I don't think he's listened to it. He said he would tune in and listen to the latest episode though. But he did follow our Instagram and I was like, that's nice. Cool. Yeah. That's it. We have our number one supporter besides Nicole, Alice. She's a sweetheart. We love you, Alice.
We love you, Alice.
Yes.
Platonically.
Obviously. Platonically. But yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything. We might be having another break in between episodes just because this month has been crazy for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say with that time, yeah, you'll be doing paranormal, supernatural next. So I would say take your time on that story.
No problem.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
We could have just done like an Irish goodbye, just not say anything, just fucking
just end the podcast.
Yeah, just end the podcast like right here, right now.
I like fall asleep.
Thanks everybody. He just got up and just started walking the fuck out.
No, I wasn't. I was.
No, you stole her.
No, I was not.
You're like, yeah, fuck these guys. I'm out.
That's why you said Irish goodbye. I'm out of here, and it's just you by yourself in the booth.
If it's me that's gonna wrap it up,
like,
I'll wrap it up.
Oh well, they left.
Thanks everybody for coming back into episode 32.
Yes.
And I was tripping out because on the thumbnail for the last one you put 34, and I didn't catch it till I uploaded it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I didn't catch it until I uploaded it.
You gotta. I swear to God, I go back and I check the episode thing, and I screw up.
I can still change it, but
I'm gonna kill myself.
I think I'll just leave it there because it's kind of funny.
Oh wait, before we leave, we gotta tell everybody what we're drinking.
Alright, so...
I'm drinking Anime Thighs G Fuel.
No, it's not G Fuel.
Oh, it's not G Fuel?
No, so this brand is called Gamer Subs. They're, like I told you, their whole shtick is like a bit more risque than G Fuel. G Fuel is more...
Gooning material.
Yes, I will literally show you right now what they have on the front page, and you'll be like, yep, that's some gooner shit right there.
Mine is Anime Thighs.
And it's fucking fantastic right now because one of my favorite... She doesn't post like ASMR anymore. She's like now a VTuber. Mm-hmm. She's like... She bought, I think, like part of the company. So like now she just owns it.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's like...
She's like a shareholder?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like all this shit. Like, I don't think Queso...
It's not bad.
I think Queso has his own flavor too.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I want that. What is it? Queso's bathwater?
No.
Damn.
That's not at all what it is.
Damn. Well, I'm sad now. Anyways, dude, I have a VTuber OC now.
I'm so... Oh, okay, so his is called... Fuck.
I want to see Queso's titty milk.
Nuclear Bombsicle.
Aw.
I think it's flavored after, like...
Queso himself. They lick him in and figure out what flavor. Sorry, I'm so down bad for Queso.
No, it's cherry, lime, and blue raspberry. They even have a fucking desk mat for it.
I want that desk mat.
They got like a bunch of fucking like waifu cups.
It's from a little pick crew. I can give you the link so you can make your own. And we can do the little 2D VTuber thing.
I have thought about like VTubing, but specifically, what type?
I'm sending you the link. I would like to start off as 2D until I can save up money to get a 3D model. And then with this 2D one, the girl that made this pick crew or whatever, she shows a tutorial on how to do it. But it moves with your voice. It doesn't track any of your face or whatever. So you don't have to record yourself.
Thanks everybody for coming in for episode 32, the second or third attempt of leaving this fucking podcast.
Oh yeah, Michael never shared his drink. He's drinking titty milk.
Right. We got sidetracked so fucking hard. So again, this company's Gamer Subs. You're drinking... Anime girl thighs.
Anime girl thighs.
I'm drinking titty milk.
Yeah.
I would love to get them as a sponsor. If one of these days they ever so happen to listen, Gamer Subs, please let me know.
Yes.
I will do so many things for this company.
Oh my god. Me too.
Yeah.
You gotta send me their account so I can check it out.
Yeah. Other than that, you got anything to close out on? No?
No.
Alright.
Stay creepy. Stay caffeinated.
stay caffeinated, stay hydrated. First off,
Oh yeah,
because it's gonna get hot real fast.
Yes. Oh my
and
God.
sometimes caffeinated, you just need to also have water. For the love of God,
Good
have
balance.
Water. Good balance.
Get some sleep. Don't be like me.
Or be like me, get a few hours of sleep and just raw dog it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, I was awake at 4:30 in the fucking morning. And I didn't go to sleep until I got home, like at 8. I didn't sleep till like 8:30, I think. But dude, as soon as I laid down, I set up my alarm, I knocked the fuck out.
When you sent me that, like, good night, slut, I was like, I had something typed, and I was like, does that mean? Because it was like a specific reference, and I wasn't sure you were going to get it, so I deleted it.
Oh, and then you just said goodnight, and I'm like, bro.
It's because, like, you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
No.
Good. Fuck. Like, oh, it's not good. Go, get on that.
Wow.
So there's an episode where, like, there's a character named Lily. She's hanging out with a bunch of, like, single girls who don't have it figured out. Lily's married. She's basically has everything figured out, right? So she has it made for herself. And she's hanging out with these fucking girls, and they're all celebrating, and they're all like, oh, you're such a slut, like, playing with each other kind of shit, you know? And then Lily comes in, and she's like, you're all a bunch of whores. And then they're all like, what the fuck? So I was gonna just start.
You're a whore?
Like, good night, you whore.
Dude, that would have been perfect. No. I wouldn't have gotten the reference, but I thought it would have been like a funny slut and whore joke.
I was like, it would have been so mean.
I would have been fine with that.
I minded that. Yeah. Good night, everybody. Good night, you whores.
Good night, sluts.